How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Hello, 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 everybody. I'm out here getting this walk on at 5 p.m. Central Time with me. Afternoon. Y'all, it's 83 degrees. This is not my type weather to walk. So I'm just kind of testing the waters. Hi, Liz B. Welcome in. Girl, it's cold for me to walk. And it's too hot in the afternoon. So I know 5 o'clock, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. your time will not be the time for me to walk because I can't stand the heat. It is 83 degrees. Hi, Miss Queen Nunu. Hi, Joshua. Hi, Stephanie. I'm out here getting these steps in. I wasn't sure I was coming. That's why I didn't schedule it earlier because Sippy, I enjoyed your live. And I'm glad I caught you live because a lot of times I miss you and then I can't make a comment. I will look at your videos, but I be wanting to see you live so I can talk back and forth to you. So I'm happy I caught you live today. Caught a couple of good lives this afternoon. Educated Natural had a good live, and Sippy, you had a good live. Sippy Inn Lounge, I enjoyed both of them. So, guys, it's 83 degrees out here this afternoon. Precious Pieces, welcome in, everybody. Yeah, I see it. But I just want to show you how intense and bright the sun is out here. It is so bright and 83 degrees. You're headed home now. Be safe, Sippy. Be careful out there. Hey, Wanda. Hey, Wanda. It's somewhat of a pop-up, but this pop-up is legit. I had some men at my house doing some work today, and I wasn't sure that they would be finished at 5, so that's why I didn't schedule it until after they left. So this is why I'm popping up today. But tomorrow, I've checked the weather, and it is supposed to be like 63 at 8 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. So in the morning, I will be going live at 8 a.m. because the weather will be supposedly 63 and clear. So we'll just see, but I will schedule that and put the upcoming notice up so you guys can see it. Ooh, Tyler's walking with me today, this evening, because they're on spring break until Monday. This was their week for spring break. So he's been to work today for 3 or 4 hours, and he's at home now. So we're just strolling through the neighborhood. So happy to see you all. Y'all can see how bright the sun is. The sun is no joke out here. Ooh, it's really not. Okay, I need to come and get her so she can walk with me. Uh, you're welcome, Wanda, and thank you. Tamika Davis, welcome in. Welcome in, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I love rain too, Joshua, as long as I don't have to be out in it. And as long as it's at night and I can sleep, I love it. So we're going to walk this way a little piece, and then we're going by the pond. Debbie Nixon, how are you doing? Welcome in. Happy to see you. Yeah, sun makes you sweat, but that vitamin D is good. I don't like a lot of sun. I wouldn't like working in the sun, but I do like a pretty day as long as I don't have to be out in it for long. Oh, good. It's a beautiful day in your corner of the world, Wanda. Oh, Stephanie, I enjoyed your live this morning, your video on your way to work. Such motivation. Miss Queen New, how are you doing? It's a beautiful day there too. That's good. Yes, that vitamin D is good. And getting out here sweating a little is also good. So happy to see you back, Debbie Nixon. I missed you. You're such a sweetheart. Okay, Tyler, we're going to walk down to that car where somebody is. We're not going to the very end of the block because we gotta walk. Oh, you're welcome, Debbie Nixon. It is true. I wouldn't say it just to be saying it. Just strolling along today. And y'all know what? I went to the doctor the other day and had a good report. And of course, I wear I can never think of the name of them. I'll just say support socks, but they are compression socks. That's what they are. And whenever I'm walking, I wear them because I've had problems with my right ankle and around my lower part near the ankle. And that's why I was prescribed the compression socks. So the doctor gave me a sample of something topical to rub around my ankle. And I'm telling you, I really had not had a problem with my foot around my ankle and near my foot just hurting. The devil was raging last night, y'all. My ankle hurt like it never hurt before. And I said, the devil is a lie. I will continue to walk. I will not tolerate this. That will not stop me. So she had given me the sample of this topical cream to put on it. And I rubbed that on. It took about 20 to 30 minutes and it eased up. And today it's just been hurting, just a little nagging pain a little bit. But I said that will not stop me either. I didn't hear a dog there. So here I am And hi, Jackie, how are you? So happy to see you. Hi, Butter Roll Boutique, how are you doing? Happy to see all of you. Hello, Metro Sonic, chiropractor and physical therapy. Okay, ML Fishing Man, how are you? And I saw another friend. Let me see. Uh, Maz Mazra blog. I know I'm butchering your name. I'm so sorry. Steve Gilmore, how are you doing? Welcome in. Happy to see you. Just out here getting some of this vitamin D in the neighborhood, y'all. Yes, that's what I do, Miss Queen. You know what to say. And you know I do. I go all in. Yes, I take it by force. Yes, radical with my rebuking, just as I am with my praise. Yes, I take it by force, honey. Yeah, he's busy, but we as God people gotta be busy too on it. Can't let him get a loophole in. Oh, I be binding and rebuking some stuff, I tell you, because the devil thinks we don't recognize who he is and his tactics and his ugliness. But yes, we do. Yes, we do. And when you're a child of the Most High God, you have that authority. We have to walk in the authority that God gives us when we are born again believers. And believe you me, the violent takes it by force. And that's what we have to do. Yes, it's power in prayer. Yes, it is. Power in prayer. And the Holy Ghost. Yes. Once the Holy Ghost comes upon us, we are endued with power. Yes. Whew. Y'all, it's so pretty out here. And that's why I say, I will not be defeated. We can't roll over and play dead. We have to fight back. Got to fight that enemy back. Can't roll over and play dead. So I said, I prayed this morning over my foot and I said, I will finish what I've started. This health walk and health journey that I am on, I will continue. I speak that. Cooks with Love, how are you doing? Metro Sonny, Joshua, Steve Gilmore, Georgia Girl, how are you doing? Happy to see you, Wonder Budgets and Beyond. And I am going to link all of your channels on my community page. And I'm caught up now. I linked the one from yesterday on my community tab. That way people can pick you up. And if they miss you in the chat, miss taking down your channel name, once I upload it to the community page, you can go and click on the blue and go directly to their channels. You want to give back to you just as you support me. Yes. And I see my regulars that be out here walking with me all the time. Tony Hendricks Green, how are you doing, Tony? So happy to see you. Dawn People, happy to see all of you, beautiful kings and queens, every one of you. Good, you're doing well, Tony. Happy to see you. I think when I came to one of your videos or lives, you were having problems with your neck, I think. I may be wrong, but if memory serves me well, I think you were having some neck issues, and I'm glad you're doing well now. Yes, Georgia girl, I got your message um, where it had to be resent. Don't worry about that. I'll get it. No worries here. Things do happen. We're in this human state and things go wrong sometimes. Things happen, but I'm not worried about it. I know you had it sent. I believe you did. So I'll get it when I get it. And as soon as I get it, I will shoot you an email and let you know. And um, I will be, what I'm trying to say, I will be doing a showing, a review of it, showing everybody how beautiful it is and what a thoughtful gift it is, and will be well used out here when I'm walking. I appreciate your kindness, and I will link you, tag you in it once I do the review and show it. I appreciate everything that everyone gives me, gifts, giftings, however, just thinking about me, even if it's something, game or whatever you play on your channel, and I happen to be one that gets it, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I don't play every game on channels all the time, but sometimes I do. Have you walked today, Georgia girl? I saw a video, I think it was yesterday, or was it today, that you were walking? I think it was yesterday. Trying to get these steps in as much as possible. It's about to get to be hot. You know how it is in the South. It can be bitter cold. When it's cold, it could be freezing, and it could be hot when it's hot. I'm telling you, I don't like it too hot, and I don't like it too cold. I like it somewhere in the middle. I didn't let the cold stop me early on from walking. I walked, I pushed through it because I was trying to be consistent. But the last time I walked in the cold, it was like 27, and it moved up to 28 degrees. And I said no, because I had already said if it was 32 or below, I wouldn't walk. I don't know what told me to walk that day. I did. I got through it. I haven't been sick this winter, so I thank and praise God for that. I've been drinking teas and taking elderberry and vitamin D, vitamin C. Been doing smoothies. I haven't put all of my smoothies that I do online. I have put a couple of them on there, but I bought a lot of frozen fruits and frozen vegetables, so I will be doing more smoothies, green smoothies, healthy kinds of things. Whew. Y'all can see the sun is bright out here. 83 degrees. 80s and 90s, to me, is just as bad as 20s and 30s degree, because I never liked heat, hot. I can stand more cold than I can heat. I just really cannot stand the hot temperatures. And really, even during the winter, I have my fan going. I just can't stand too much heat. Even when it's real cold, I will have a fan on me. Even if I have to put the sheet on, I don't like a lot of thick cover, blankets and stuff like that, unless it's a very lightweight. But quilts and stuff, I remember growing up, my mom used to quilt and she made quilts. She made several quilts and her quilts would be so heavy. I remember she made a chocolate brown quilt and it had like little blue ties all over it. Ooh, that quilt was so heavy. That was just one quilt. I remember being so heavy you couldn't hardly turn over in the bed. I don't like heavy quilts like that. They're pretty, but if I'm gonna have one, I like a lighter one, a lighter weight. You don't like being cold. Ooh, I can stand a little bit more cold than I can hot. I guess that's why I could walk out there in the cold and not be so bad. Not until it got to be 20s and 30s and the wind was blowing along with it. Ooh, that's what I couldn't take. Wanda, I'm coming by this pond because I know you like looking at the pond and some more of you might like looking at the pond. And I'm going to show it to you, show you what's happening out here after 5 p.m. Central Time. Oh, you had a good walk today, Georgia girl. That's good. I'll have to go back and check it out if you filmed it. Okay, I'm gonna show you the pond for a couple of seconds. Let you see. The sun is so bright up there. You can see the waterfall is on. And this is what, I don't see any ducks or geese out here right now. But this is what the pond is looking like right now. Nice view, thank you. Yes, it is. Yes, your pond, Wanda. I know you like it. So I'm just gonna let you enjoy it for a few seconds. What is that in that water? What is that? Is that something floating in there like a fish or something? A turtle? You think it's a turtle? Oh, turtles. Okay, I knew I saw something peeking its head up. It's a lot of turtles in the water. I see. They told us too that there are water moccasins out there. Yeah, told us to be careful. I don't go on that backside, y'all, by the woods because it's kind of woody on the other side. So I kind of stay on the side and in the front, and I don't get right on the water. I kind of stay back on the, if I get on the grass, I'm away from the pond. This is I believe, I would like to say this is a man-made pond. I think where they dig and it may have been some water out here anyway, and they just made it, to look pretty, because this was nothing but swampy area and woods at one time. This neighborhood is not very old. Some parts of it may be nearly 20 years old, but it's not that old. 20 years is not too old because our house is not even 20 years old. So, yeah, it's not that old of a neighborhood. You know how they go out in the suburbs and and run the wildlife away and start digging and building and developing. Well, that's what happened with this. Lots of turtles in our okay, man-made. Yes. Yes, Emma, and welcome in. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. That's what they do. They develop these neighborhoods, and then they put in these little bodies of water. We have two of them in my community where I live. And this is not a very large subdivision. I don't like the larger ones. Now there's one across the street from us, and it has, let's see, one, two, three entrances. No, four ways to get in and out. It is a community with smaller communities within the community. And when we were looking at homes to purchase, I looked over there and I said, and plus the fact, HOA, the price is exorbitant. It's high over here where I live, but it's worse in that other neighborhood. I said, no way I pay that. It's too much. It reminds you of fishing. Yeah. Growing up in the country, yes. I remember when my mom didn't fish and my dad didn't fish, but my dad's mother, ooh, she would go crabbing. She would fish. She would go crabbing on the bridge at night. She would go fishing. My grandmother loved to fish, and this is in, y'all know I'm a native of Louisiana. This is when I was growing up, and my grandmother was in Louisiana too, way before she passed away. And she loved, as they say, the fish creek. She loved it. Yeah, she would go at night, because a lot of times when they crab down there, they crab at night. They go crabbing at night. And she loved that fish bank, honey. Yes, they are, Emma. And it's pros and cons to it. In some ways I like it, in some ways I don't. But one thing is, if you have an HOA, if you're in a subdivision, now if you're in your own property and you got land and stuff, that's different, and that's good, that's great. But if you're in a subdivision, and you can pretty much do what you want to do in your own, on your own property, when you have acreage and all of that, you can do what you want to do. But in the subdivisions, it keeps it, the HOAs will keep it orderly, if you will. You just can't do any and everything. And I have been in some areas that didn't have HOA, and every house, I'm telling you, had a wild, wild color, bright color. And my husband would say, that is an interior color. That is not the color that you paint on the outside. But so it keeps it like that. And then they would not have cars jacked up. And again, when you have your own property, you live out, you have acreage, you can do those things. That's your property, that's your land. But I understand having some type of order in a community like a subdivision. And that's the only way you will keep it nice. But I can tell y'all, there's some things they say I don't be thinking about it, because, and I'm going to give you an example. When we got ready to add a storm door, a shatterproof storm door to our front, and a guard door on our back, my daughter said, "You're not gonna get permission to do that?" I said, "No, I'm just doing it." And we did it. And that's been years ago now. That's been at least 6 or 7 years ago. And then many of the homes had these screened back porches, And we had a back patio, but we didn't have the screen porch. And again, I didn't ask permission because the family next door to me had a screen porch, and I know if they had a screen porch, it was not anything that was so bad that you couldn't have a screen porch. And many of the houses have screen porches. So I said, no, I'm not getting permission. I'm just doing it. And I did it. And I've had the screen porch now for at least 5 years. So some things is just silly to me. And my children be laughing. They say, "Oh, you hard headed." And so when my daughter got her house around the corner from me, I told her, "You need a guard door on your back." She said, "Well, I'm gonna have to ask." I said, "No, you don't have to ask." I went to Lowe's. I paid for it, and they put it up because this is for safety. It's not on the front. You know, we don't have burglar bars and things of that sort. I understand. But yes, I put a guard door on her house, on their house rather, and mine. And my other daughter and her husband have one on their door as well. This is security because the way things are going, you know, you try to be safe. It's not anything wild you're doing. Just try to be safe. Okay, Emma said we paint our house white and we didn't ask permission. We just did it. And right, some things just common sense, Emma. I mean, I can see if you're doing wild things, you painting. Because one lady, I was talking about it on a live another time, and a lady out in California said somebody had their house in the neighborhood painted purple, the Lakers colors, purple and gold, I think she said. You know, well, when you're talking about, you know, just wild out, you know, way out stuff, I can see having the HOA, but just things like adding a screen porch, and so many houses do have screen porches already, and putting a storm door, and others in the community have storm doors, and some don't. But I find the storm doors protect your own door, you know, from the weather, because I noticed the neighbor across the street had a door put up, and he didn't have a storm door covering it, and that door is ruined. It is ruined. They sold the house and somebody else bought it, but that door is still, it was a beautiful door. I saw it the day they hauled it there on the truck, and when they put it on, it was beautiful. But because of the weather, it's all faded at the bottom. If they had had a glass door over it, it would have preserved it. So yeah, it's just things like that. I just I just don't get permission. I'm just sorry. And so I haven't had any problems, and I've had the screen porch back there for 5 years or more now, and the doors even longer. So I hadn't had any repercussions. So, you know, that's that. Frugal Mama, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Emma, all of you, I hope I haven't missed anybody. Miss Queen New, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Steve Gilmore, for being here. Joshua, Georgia Girl, everybody. Oh, I missed you, Filipino G in Italy. Thank you, international friend, for being here. Thank you. Yes, it is a beautiful view of the pond. So I'm going to move on away from the pond. I was just chatting a little bit, just chopping it up, as they say. What you say? What did Emma say that I missed? I don't like it. Ours is so strict. Yeah, they are strict, Emma. They're strict. They're very strict. They ride up and down the neighborhood and checking every house in the neighborhood, looking at roofs and looking at, because I know a storm had come through. It's been a few months ago, and one of my shutters on the front had blown off. And another storm had come through at another time and blown one off, a different one, and I had to have it put back up twice. So a storm came through just a few short months ago, and thank you so much, Georgia girl. Thank you so much, Joshua, for the sharing. And I said, oh my goodness, one day I was in my dining room window and I saw the HOA car. The lady was not right in front of my door, but she was across the street, and she was, looks like she was looking at my house. And I said, oh my goodness, that shutter is missing. And I had put the shutter on my back porch. And I said, oh my goodness, the shutter is missing. I wonder if she is writing me up. So I got busy and I called this guy that had done some work for us before. And I told him I had to get that shutter put. It was just one side, one shutter, not the full set, but just one side. So I said, can you please come out here and get my shutter up? So it took him 2 or 3 days because he was busy, but he came out and he got the screws that he needed because the screws had broken off. And he came back and put it on. And I was happy about that because goodbye pond. Yes, I'll come back by the pond in a minute. Once I go to my daughter's house, I'll head back. And so I was happy because I said she may be writing me up. And I kept looking at the site to see, looking to see if I had received a notice online, but I hadn't. I said, I don't know if she was looking at my house or not, but that shutter had been down for at least a couple of months because I was trying to get somebody to put it up, and this guy that I had used before be busy, and it's kind of hard to get him. You know, you just can't get anybody. So, and then he tried to take advantage when he came because when I told him I only have a shutter that's down one side and I know it may need some new screws, and how much, just me telling you on the phone, give me some type of ballpark figure. So he said, oh, that won't be much. That won't be much. It won't take long to do that. So when he got here and he realized he had to go get some screws, which the screws didn't cost any more than $5. And the Home Depot is nowhere from where I live. He didn't even have to get on a real main busy street to get there. So he said, oh, just give me what. I said, no, you give me a price. I'm not going to just set a price. You know, you give me a fair price because I want to be fair. I believe in paying for what I get, not trying to take advantage of anyone. And so he told me, oh, it'll be about $25 or $30. I said, okay. So when he got back, he told me that on the phone. So when he got back and put it up there, and I asked him how much was he going to charge. Oh, about $60. I said, no, I can't pay that. $60 to put up. He was just trying to take advantage. $60 to put up one shutter, one side, not a pair, but one side. I said, oh no, I can't pay that. He said, well, what can you pay? I said, no, I'll give you $30. Oh, that'll work. That's good. And that's what I get. I think, yeah, $30 is what I gave him. I said he knew that he was trying to get over like a fat rat, and I just wasn't having it. Not after he told me, oh, that won't take long to do. You just give me what you want. Well, I didn't want to do that either, but and that's what they do. I'm glad you love the pond. Joshua Sleazy, thank you for coming on in here. Yeah, but these people will try and take advantage. Yeah, it's a pretty door, Joshua. You build your apartment is on, oh, you build on land, is what you're saying, Joshua? Who's saying something about Ocho Rios? I've been to Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Have you been? I missed a comment. Uh, Miss Queen, you knew. Did you go there too? Yeah, I went there on a cruise a few years ago and had the best time. Yeah. Oh, really? I've only been one time and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would like to go back again. And we were planning a trip there or the Bahamas. And, after you know what came along and everything, you had to be so careful about everything. And so we didn't go. But I really, really want to go to Hawaii. That's on my bucket list, Wanda. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
You look like you're professional filming.
Yes, I am showing the beautiful sights out here, the nature, the pond, the ducks and geese.
That's right. I'm always amazed how my oak tree there just poofs into leaf.
Oh yeah, that's pretty. That's an oak?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it's pretty. Look at that beautiful oak tree. One of the neighbors' homes. Isn't
Looking
that
at half
beautiful
ago, there
and
was
green?
nothing on it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Here it is, an oak tree. So pretty. Hi, Fifi's Journey. How are you doing? Happy to see you. About to get your baby passport and get my son's update. We're about to be Oh, okay. Well, I'm so glad you're doing well, Miss Queen Nunu. So happy. Yes, Steve, but I wasn't going to let it happen. Not after he told me, oh, that's a small job. Not much, $20, $25. That's what he told me on the phone. And when he got there, then and came back, I asked him again when he went and got the screws. And then he said, oh, about $60. I said, oh, I don't have that. I had it, but he wasn't getting it. Because I know that was not a $60 job. I believe in being fair and I believe in paying my way, but I don't believe in taking advantage or letting anybody take advantage of me either. Hi, how are you doing? All right, you got your work cut out. Spring is here. Uh-huh. Yes. Yes, that's right. Miss Queen, you knew. God be the glory. Yes, yes. God is awesome. I said I was going to get a passport because when I went, I didn't have a passport. I had to take my birth certificate. So I said I would get a passport the next time I traveled out of the country. But when will you all be traveling to Jamaica, Miss Queen Union? I liked Ocho Rios. I did. We stopped in Key West, Florida. We stopped in Cayman Islands. We got off the ship there. And let's see, Key West, Cayman Islands, and then Ocho Rios, Jamaica. But we didn't go out in the city. You know, they had taxis coming along there asking if we want. No, I didn't want to go out in the village. I just stayed in the city. I just didn't trust getting in a car with strange people because I had been told about that by my cousins who travel all the time. They go on cruises all the time. They've been some of everywhere. Hey, Curvy Key, how are you doing? Curvy Key, Curvy Kai. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing. So happy to see you. And I will be linking all of your channels on my community tab. And you can get people, grab people up and stuff. Did you ring the bell? They may not hear you if you don't ring the bell. I am so happy to see all of you. Uh, Call in there and tell her I brought Jeremiah some of those cuties. He likes them. He ate two when he was at my house today. Thanks for speaking to everyone. Oh, you're going after August. Okay. When we went, I think we went in April, and it was pleasant. It was hot, but not extremely hot. Oh, okay. I will. Okay, guys, I am so happy to have you walk with me. And my phone is giving me, it wasn't charged all the way up. I like to charge it all the way up when I'm walking, when I'm about to walk, but I had not charged it all the way up. And I'm going in just a minute. It was not charged all the way up, so I don't want it to die on us. So I will see you guys in the morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time because the weather will be in the 60s, 63 supposedly. So that will be 9 a.m. Eastern and 6 a.m. Pacific Time. So guys, we will end it with, well, I want to thank you all. Please thumbs up. Please go back and make a meaningful comment after the live stream if you remember to do so. Set your notification bell so you will be reminded of all uploads. I thank you so much for coming here. Great evening and blessings to all of you. Thank you so much, Curvy. Thank you so much, Fifi. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I appreciate you all. And I like to end it like so. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. And may the Lord makes his face to shine upon each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. And I will talk to you guys on the next one.